Hey there, guys. Um, I want to first point your attention to three links to separate articles that I'm going to share with you um, concerning a topic that has been on the minds of many people in the Chillicothe, Ohio area. And this has been a long standing thing. This has been a long developing kind of thing. And really, I'm not going to mention the guy's name for now, at least to start off with, because I've titled this in a certain way that will, in one sense, protect me. And I'm titling this The Big Guy. And you will know exactly what I mean when I say the big guy. Um, I wanted to talk about this a little bit tonight, and most likely I'm going to be splitting this up into separate parts. So be on the lookout for all of those parts when they come. I wanted to talk about this topic in particular because I want to give you guys a sneak peek, so to speak, when it comes to the issues surrounding Chillicothe, Ohio, and the surrounding area, Ross County as well. And really, I'm just going to say it, Southern Ohio as a whole. Um, and another part of this title is the word corruption. And I've alluded to it in past videos about Chillicothe, Ohio. I've mentioned it, I've talked about it in brief. But now I think it's time for me to really start picking apart uh, this, to really start picking apart the word corruption and what it really means around here in Chillicothe, because I'm seeing it manifest itself day by day, especially every time I go into town to run errands. Now, before we get lost in all that, let me read you like little snippets of all three articles. I'm not going to read the entire piece for any of them, but let's just start off here. And these links are all to articles written in the Scioto Valley Guardian, written by now former editor in chief Derek Myers. And I'm going to start off with this one. This one is titled City of Chillicothe Allegations of Felony Nepotism, Political Favoritism, and Criminal Backgrounds in Public Office. And that right there is self explanatory, don't you think? But anyway, here we go. The article starts like this. In a comprehensive investigation conducted by The Guardian, startling allegations of felony nepotism have emerged against the city of Chillicothe and its mayor Luke Feeney. The probe, based on an employee list spanning approximately 20 pages, reveals a concerning pattern of familial and political affiliations influencing hiring decisions within the municipal administration. The investigation begins with the earliest days of Mayor Luke Feeney's tenure in 2016, when Jeff Carmen, a retired state trooper with no apparent experience in municipal service departments or direct management of day to day operations, was among the first hires as the service director. Carmen, who previously oversaw investigations during his tenure with the state troopers, set the stage for what appears to be a pervasive trend of hiring individuals based on personal connections. Get that? Based on personal connections rather than qualifications. Gee, you don't say. Yeah, like nepotism doesn't affect everyone else around here. I mentioned that in another video as well. Now, I started that off, and you can read that article. I'm going to provide a link to it down below. I'm going to go right ahead to the next one. And I'm thinking this one's going to catch you guys' attention because, you know, what are we talking about when it comes to politicians these days? whether it's your local city mayor or, your state governor or your, let's just say it, president of the United States, you know? But anyway, here's another one written by Derek Myers. This one's titled Chillicothe's Mayor Used Cocaine While in Office, Says Man. Well, isn't that surprising? And I'm just going to start off by reading a little bit here. Again, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but let's start. In a groundbreaking interview with The Guardian, a drug dealer serving decades behind bars in the Miami Valley area near Dayton has made explosive claims implicating Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney in a drug dealing scandal. Now, get this, a drug dealer who is behind bars in the Miami Valley area near Dayton for decades. He's serving decades for what he did. So, why would he want to talk about this? Well, let's keep going. The man who agreed to speak on the condition of anonymity, he wanted to be anonymous. He wanted to be anonymous, excuse me, but expressed willingness to testify on the record with state or federal prosecutors, disclosed details about his alleged involvement with Feeney and other high-profile individuals from the Ross County area. The Guardian conducted the exclusive interview, seeking to shed light on long-standing rumors surrounding Feeney's alleged drug use with cocaine. Let me repeat that. The Guardian conducted the exclusive interview, seeking to shed light on long-standing rumors. Follow me here. Long-standing rumors surrounding Feeney's alleged drug use with cocaine. And we have that in our office now. He recently got reelected. No surprise, he stuffed the ballots and rigged the votes so that he can get back in. Anyone who knows anything about politics in Chillicothe knows what I'm talking about. And I'm staring right at the camera when I'm saying this. Anyway, the drug dealer revealed that he and Feeney allegedly have a history dating back to meetings at the annex in Yakatanchi Park. And that's the local park, by the way, Yakatanchi Park in Chillicothe. However, when Feeney became a father and sought the office of mayor in 2015, a middleman known as the Runner, with the real first name Gunner, was introduced into their dealings, the man claimed. When asked if Gunner was Gunner Barnes, who is an employee and close confidant of Feeney, who is running for city council himself alongside Feeney's ticket this November, go figure they won it, the man could not confirm. The convicted felon emphasized that Gunner was not the only one involved, citing the existence of several prominent figures in the illicit activities. The Guardian pressed for insights into Feeney's street name. Here we go. The Big Guy. Now you know why I titled this video that. The dealer responded, he went by the name. Let me tell you, the big guy ain't so big when you see him up close. Just follow through with this, guys. Come on. Put two and two together. The interview unfolded with revelations of the broader network involved in drug dealings, including allegations of a judge, a defense lawyer, and Bruce Arnold, now deceased. Arnold, a fellow Democrat like Feeney, died in early 2022 in the middle. Yeah, I'm not going to go there, but yeah. But yeah. Now, Arnold, who is the former president of Chillicothe City Council, had Viagra in his system. Yeah, really, ridiculous stuff going on there. But I'm just going to let you guys read these articles because it's really, jaw dropping. It's really, you know, it's really, shocking to say the least when you read this stuff, and it's just something that just doesn't jive with me. It doesn't make me feel good about where this city of Chillicothe is headed. And one more thing, this last article I got to get to. Feeney's war chest swells with out-of-town support. Preston and Barry maintain fiscal discipline. And that's neither here nor there now because Feeney got back in by, you know, by the way of the crooked deal. He got back in. And anyway, this article just goes to talk about, the final sprint towards Chillicothe's mayor race, you know, which we know what happened. But what this basically tells you about guys in this article, this last one, is that how much of a war chest Luke Feeney really has, how much financial backing he has to do what he does or to do what he doesn't do. And it's very staggering. You know, he has thousands and thousands of dollars backing him up. Um, he's had like $20,000 or more just infused into his campaign, you know, just really. Whereas the other candidates for mayor, they were like, more disciplined, if you can call it that. They didn't, they did not put in as nearly as much money. Feeney has deployed his financial resources. I'm reading the article now, allocating a significant portion towards advertising. Expenditures include $12,500 for digital advertising, $8,200 on radio spots, and substantial amounts on signs, shirts, and literature, of course. As of October's end, Feeney has spent almost $60,000 on his reelection bid, leaving approximately $90,000 in available funds. So you add that all up together, guys, that's $150,000. Do the math. Okay. And really, I can't begin to tell you how slimy this guy is. Okay, we have this guy as our mayor. Okay, I'm really at the point of not holding back anymore concerning this guy, the big guy. You know who I'm talking about at this point. It's Luke Feeney. So, you know, you have to put all this together, guys, like a puzzle. You have to read all these articles separately and take them for what they are. And really, when it comes to this guy behind bars in the Miami Valley area, you have to ask yourself this: why would he make up any of this? Why would he need to lie about any of this? What would he gain from lying? You know, if this is something that he just made up, you know, how would he benefit? The short answer is, guys, he would not benefit from lying. I believe he's telling the truth about Luke Feeney, and I believe the truth about this guy needs to, it needs to come out. I can't begin to describe how much, you know, disdain or how much, disgust and how much, I'll just say it, anger that I have towards the office of the mayor of Chillicothe. You know, that office has failed the people. I've already talked about in a few other videos about Chillicothe. You can go back and watch them all. Okay, I don't need to rehash that. But we're talking about drug dealings and we're talking about, nepotism. We're talking about really robbing people of their joy. You know, that's what Luke Feeney and his people are trying to do. They're trying to rob you of your joy. And especially if you live in Chillicothe, that's what these politicians do. They get into office to make themselves feel good, and then in return, they make you feel like crap. Okay? How are you supposed to feel if you live in Chillicothe or Ross County? How are you supposed to feel when you have someone like that, Luke Feeney, running your town? Are you supposed to feel good? My goodness, I can't even, I can't even begin to describe other things here. You know, never really hear about political favoritism, criminal backgrounds, and public office in this other article. It doesn't surprise me. You know, Luke Feeney goes ahead and hires people like Bill Menendez, you know, you know, then Jeff Moorhead, and all these things. You got to put two and two together, guys. Okay, you know, it's hard for me to even wrap my head around this. Okay, because I'm not into politics. I've never been a politician, and I never intend to be one. But I take, I take great offense to what people do to the place that I live in. Okay, I don't have all the answers. I never have claimed that. But what I do know is that people around here in Chillicothe are suffering. They've been suffering for decades. They've been suffering for many years. And at some point, you got to get relief. You got to get a break from this garbage. Here again, let's read it again from Feeney's War Chest article. Feeney is the Ohio Democratic Party's secretary. Has spoken at the Democratic National Convention for Hillary Clinton. There you go. That's all you need to know. And has been touted as the Democrats' pick for governor in the next state cycle. To say he has a lot riding on this election for his political future would be an understatement. I mean, that right there, that right there, guys. I can't, you know, I got so much more to say about this. Really, I can't even. Forgive me for sounding upset right now, but how else am I supposed to feel? You know, how else am I supposed to feel as someone who's lived in the Chillicothe area for most of my life, except for a couple years? How am I supposed to feel seeing a place that was near and dear to my heart and to see it get crushed by political corruption? And that's what it is, guys. It's corruption. I don't, I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to get animated here and I don't want to, raise my voice so much, but this is pathetic. Okay. This is pathetic. Especially when you heard me read that last paragraph for this article here in the War Chest. Um, that tells you everything you need to know. Okay. We know how corrupt Hillary Clinton is. We don't need to go there. But, you know, the Democratic Party views Luke Feeney, this same guy, in such a high regard that they want him to be the next governor of Ohio. Well, my response to that is, God forbid. Because if how he runs the the small city of Chillicothe, if that's any indication of how he is as a leader, then Ohio is really it's doomed. This state is doomed. Okay. And if you people don't see that by now, I don't know what to tell you. I can explain it to you in a dozen different ways, but if you're not going to hear it, then I guess as an Ohioan, as an Ohio citizen, you get what you deserve. Okay. If you allow people like Luke Feeney to have their way each and every single year, then guess what? You're never going to have progress. You're never going to have your local community thrive. You're never going to have your neighborhood get cleaned up. You're never going to have people like, you know, the homeless get off the streets. You know, and by the way, thankfully, Chillicothe is finally doing something about that. I've heard recent reports that, Chillicothe is starting a new homeless shelter in like this in this place that used to be the home of lumber company. I mean, really, it took this long to do something about the homeless issue. But anyway, this thing about Luke Feeney, it's really disgusting. Guys, I really encourage you to read these 3 articles and to really take them in for what they are. Okay. And like I said at the very beginning here, this is only part 1 about talking at length about the big guy. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and just I'll be back very soon with a part 2 and maybe a part 3 about this because there's like more that I want to unwrap here concerning Luke Feeney in general and people like him. So, yeah, just let me know what you think, guys. Thanks.